Hi, I'm Jaipal Caleb and you're listening to Daily Newsings. Daily Newsings are musings on the daily news. For today's newsing, we look at the Supreme Court's stay on the investigation done by the Enforcement Directorate or the ED on the Tamil Nadu State Marketing Corporation or TASMAC. While stopping the investigation, the Supreme Court highlighted that the ED has been, and I quote, crossing all limits, not just in this investigation but in several recent investigations. The Enforcement Directorate is an agency of the Government of India that is responsible for enforcing economic law and investigating financial frauds. In recent years, there have been allegations that the ED has been weaponized by the ruling party in the central government against any and all forms of political opposition. If a political party or person are perceived as a potential threat by the ruling party in the central government, they may use the ED to harass the person, or at least that's the allegations made by various opposition leaders. In such a context, it is highly timely and important that the Supreme Court came down hard on the ED and questioned its activities. The Indian government has three branches: the legislature, which consists of the parliament, which makes the law, the executive, or the prime minister and his council of ministers, which implements the law, and the judiciary, or the courts, which interpret the law and solve disputes. Each of the branches is equal in power and authority. No one branch has authority over the others. And this is good, because each branch can hold the other two accountable. It is possible for one or even two branches to misuse and abuse their power, but the other can hold them accountable. Can the branches of the government still misuse their power? Yes, but the checks and balances can minimize it to a large extent. Let's come back to the TASMAC case. If the Supreme Court has stayed the ED's investigation, does that mean that there was no corruption going on? That's not true. In fact, the Tamil Nadu state government itself is investigating multiple instances of corruption related to TASMAC. The Supreme Court stay order came on the grounds that the ED can investigate individual corrupt officials, but not an entire corporation. This is an indication that the concerns raised by the opposition leaders are true. Central government agencies such as the ED have been weaponized by the central government against political opposition. For context, the political party that is ruling in the Tamil Nadu state is opposed to the BJP, which is ruling at the central government on various issues. The structure of India's government with its checks and balances are a reminder of the reality of sin in our world. C.S. Lewis makes an interesting observation. He said that democracy, or rule of the people, is needed in our world not because people are inherently good like some think, but because people are inherently evil and no one man is fit to rule over all without checks and balances. Here is the full quote. A great deal of democratic enthusiasm descends from the ideas of people like Rousseau, who believed in democracy because they thought mankind so wise and good that everyone deserved a share in the government. The danger of defending democracy on these grounds is that they are not true. I find that they are not true without looking further than myself. I don't deserve a share in governing a hen roost, much less a nation. The real reason for democracy is just the reverse. Mankind is so fallen that no man can be trusted with unchecked power over his fellows. Aristotle said that some people were only fit to be slaves. I do not contradict him, but I reject slavery because I see no men fit to be masters. End quote. It is a privilege for us to live in a country where we have such checks and balances to reduce, if not eliminate, the effects of sin in our world. Let us pray that all three branches of our government do their work with integrity and honesty. Thank you for listening to Daily Newsings.